1, 2, 3.
My name is Jason Tomlin.
My name is Haley Lacaz.
My name is Kaylee Bro.
My name is Mason Simmons.
My name is Caleb Walters.
My name is Jake King.
I'm Corey Cazares.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Raiders in Review. My name is Eric Adams. I'm the audio video teacher here at Lumberton High School, and I want to tell you about what we're trying to do. We want to both entertain and inform the members of Lumberton High School and the community here at Lumberton. We want to tell you about the news, the things that go on during the week, every Friday, sometime around lunch. And then we also want to tell some stories, hopefully 2 to maybe 3 or 4 stories about different types of topics. If you have an idea, if you have a story or some news that you would like to be featured once a week on Friday, please send us an email at raidersinreview@gmail.com. That is raidersinreview@gmail.com. And we will try to delegate and get that information onto our podcast each week. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and let Mr. Jake King take over and tell us about the news for the week.
Hey guys, I'm Jake. Welcome to Raiders in Review. In volleyball, the Lady Raiders defeated Silsbee here at home on Tuesday with a 3-0 sweep. That's awesome. Way to go, volleyball. For homecoming, here's everything you're going to need to know. The parade starts at 10 a.m. on October 13th, and it's going to be at Village Creek Parkway. Come out to support our community and all the work they put in for these amazing floats. Later that evening at 8 p.m., we will be having our homecoming dance in the Commons. The dance will end at 11 p.m. Dance tickets will be on sale from the 10th during lunches. $10 for singles, $15 for couples. No tickets will be sold at the door. For dress-up days, on Monday, it's Good versus Evil. Dress up as your favorite Disney character, good or bad. On Tuesday, it's Moana, be a tacky tourist. On Wednesday, Disney Duo, group up and dress up. On Thursday, it's The Incredibles, dress up as your favorite superhero. Disney owns most of them. On Friday, Main Street LHS, show your Raider spirit. For pep rallies, the community pep rally begins at 5 p.m. on the 18th. Swing by the Raiders Stadium for food, games, and a pep rally. The in-school pep rally is on the 19th at 3:25 in the LHS gym. The game is that night at 7 p.m. In other news, LHS will hold its first Crime Stoppers meeting on the 10th at 8 a.m. This will be in Mr. Flores' room in C113. Pink Out Week is next week. 6-period classes are raising money to help fight breast cancer. The class with the most donations will have an ice cream party. Please ask your 6th-period teacher about how you can donate. Paper chains will decorate the Pink Out game. Alright, so that's the news of the week. If you have any other news that you'd like to have featured on our podcast, please send an email at raidersinreview@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Jake, so much for telling us the news. Right now, let's switch off to some stories. With the holidays approaching us fast and the smell of autumn's air getting cooler in the evening, memory begins to conjure up excitement for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Even if our fall season is mostly hot here in Texas, the months that are approaching us will get cooler, and our fire pits will glow with the hope of a cold December. These sensory moments that happen in fall, around the time that our traditions begin to fall in line with one another, have a great deal of weight in our history. This made me curious about what my students might feel about traditions and holidays. And so I asked each one of them to come up with some stories, come up with some ideas. And here are 2 of them. We're going to start off with Caleb telling us a little bit about traditions.
So, traditions. Why do we have them? There's so many traditions that we keep going year after year with family, friends, churches, or schools. Take homecoming, for example. Every year in schools, your team has a specific home game, usually following a series of away games. That's honestly no different than any other home game we celebrate, but the team having finally another home game after those away games, so we hype it up with things like homecoming courts, which are just candidates for the homecoming king and queen. special halftime performances, homecoming dates, and last but not least, the mums. See, the guy is usually required to ask the girl to be his date to the homecoming. He must provide her with a mum to wear, and she usually gives him a garter. Why? That's just how it is. It's all tradition passed down from previous generations. Regardless of how different our generations are from the one before us, we all share similar traditions. My parents had a homecoming. I'm sure their parents had a homecoming, and I don't know how far back, but their parents might have had a homecoming too. They've all done the same things that we do today as young adults, which they will constantly go out of their way to tell you that they were once your age. Pretty much everyone in the family has their own family traditions. There are a lot of traditions like Christmas or Thanksgiving that you do with your family, typically. Like me and my family, we celebrate Thanksgiving with our church. Every year we drive to Martin Dias State Park and the whole church camps up from that Sunday, usually until the end of Thanksgiving. We pretty much just hang out around campfires at random people's camp during the day, and we gather up at night and make s'mores and play music. There's usually someone with a guitar somewhere. There's usually someone who can sing, so it's normally not too boring. We play games, like we play card games, spoons, and a lot of things like that just to pass the time and hang out with each other. So why do we have these traditions? Why do we keep continuing to do these things that we've done for so long? I guess partly because it's just a habit from the people from above us. They grew up doing these things and it just becomes a part of life. Some may come down to beliefs such as, the Jews celebrating Hanukkah or Christians celebrating Easter or Christmas. But people all over the world celebrate Christmas, even if they don't believe in Christ himself. It's just a tradition. It's been done for years, centuries even, and passed down from generation to generation. I guess traditions are not only something we do as a habit just because they're the things we've always done, but are something that connects us, not only to those that we don't know who have those same traditions, but to the generations before us. We may all lead different lives and have different lifestyles, but when it comes to something like a holiday, for example, the family is usually all together doing the same things they've always done, interacting in a way that they usually don't on a daily basis.
Thank you, Caleb. And now we're going to end with Jason, and he's going to tell us about memory.
Memory is something that we all have. Everyone has a memory of something, whether it's a memory we had 5 seconds ago or 5 years ago, we all have them. But the question is, how does memory work? How do you acquire a memory? What exactly is a memory is something we can start off on. I think my earliest memory would be going to the Grand Canyon and getting a stuffed alligator with my family. While I don't really remember the trip, I can still remember the alligator. As you can see, I lost memory of what happened before that and after, but I can still remember the most important thing to me at the time, which was getting that alligator. By definition, memory is the faculty by which the mind stores and remembers information. But to us, we think of it as something that we can go back onto at a later date and remember of the experiences we had. But how exactly are these memories formed? Memories occur when specific groups of neurons are reactivated. In the brain, any stimulus results in a particular pattern of neuronal activity. Certain neurons become active in more or less a particular sequence. Memories can be created off of anything that happens to us, but the ones that we think about the most are long-term memories. How long do memories last? Some memories can last up just a few hours, but some can last with us forever. How important a memory is to you is how long it will last. For example, what you eat today most likely won't be in your memory for too long. But in instances like someone you care about passing away or an accomplishment that you strive to achieve can last for a lifetime. We forget memories that aren't important to save space for things that truly do matter to us. The memories that we have affect who we are and how our personality is shaped. If we were all to have no memories, we would most likely be the exact same person. Memories make who we are and make us different from person to person. Our personality is made how it's based off these memories, and I'm glad that's the way it is. My last thing is, how do your memories affect you? I hope you think about it and change how they affect you for the better in the long run. Thank you for your time.
So again, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I don't think Raiders are playing this weekend, but we do start next week with Pink Out Week. So go Raiders.